Joey here with his main Goomba on his 28th birthday.
Thank you so much.
My main man, Lee Syatt. What's going on? How was your birthday today, my brother?
It was good. It was when I first got here, it used to bum me out when I used to work on my birthday. Like I forget what comedian has a joke about it. I think it might be Jim Gaffigan. Having to work on your birthday sucks, but it's just it's kind of weird. It's kind of turned into like almost any other day, but it's just nice to get to talk to people that I haven't got to talk to in a while.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to Steve Simone. I talked to Johnny Rock. I talked to my parents a couple times. Had lunch with Paula. It was
I had to talk you into that. You were gonna have a lonely birthday. Birthday parties in L.A. You know, you drive in traffic, and there's 8 people, 9 people. They half the people in don't show up. This guy shows up with this guy, and then the tab comes, and everybody's looking at each other with rabbit ears, and there you are. I always feel weird when I get a gift from somebody, especially somebody from like the podcast that listens to the podcast. And I know how you justify it. I justify it by knowing that we put out a free podcast and entertains them at work for an hour. And maybe if they didn't have a podcast, they would, if they didn't have Sirius is $100, I don't know, a year or something like that. So people give you gifts, and I don't mind those. They're very thoughtful when you're on the road. They're very thoughtful, and you bring them home, and you're like, that was a fucking wallet. I love my old wallet. You know what I'm saying? I stay with a wallet till I'm broke, and I throw it away. Once you're broke, then you throw the wallet away. It's a kiss of death. But if it's a good wallet, if you're okay with it, you're making a little money, keep the wallet. I don't care if the flaps are falling off. If it's bringing you geeters.
Wallet really begins when it starts falling apart.
Yeah, when it starts falling apart, then you got to make adjustments. You got to put that picture of grandma in the drawer instead of carry. She's dead. You cash the check. It's over. She's on some planet. Who knows? I don't know. It's just really weird that I just don't like spending birthdays. Ever since that birthday really solidified it with me. And like I said, I don't want to go to an amusement park. I don't want to have nothing. I don't want 100 happy birthdays on Facebook or MySpace. I just want you to just treat me normally. That's it. I don't want to go to a party. I don't want to wear kazoo hats. I do it at the house now for mercy. We got a Carvel cake tonight. Did we not?
Absolutely,
a small one.
Oh, yeah, it was nice.
And it was delicious. So the Diaz family tradition is when there's a birthday, you get a small Carvel cake, whether you want it or not. Whether you want it or not, that's it. That's the best we could do for you, is a small Carvel cake.
She was so excited. I came in, she was like, we have a surprise. There's cake. And I was like, oh. And there's nothing. I knew it was gonna be a Carvel cake because it's you. Like there's no other cake for you. There's no vanilla cake. Do you ever have cake like that, or you're a Carvel man?
Listen, there's 2 cakes I like. There's that Carvel cake and that chocolate death from that restaurant you go to over in Burbank.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I'm part of it. After a while, all cake tastes the same. It all tastes like somebody made it from Betty Crocker, and that drives me crazy. They're still delicious. And you know you're getting diabetes. Like, as you're eating it, look at the calorie count on it. It's like each apple pie is 600 calories.
I never even tried those. So are those like just little handheld apple pies
yeah,
at 7-Eleven?
Those Hostess pies that now everybody makes, like the ISIS makes one, took over the company. They make one, and then Hostess has made it since Jesus left Chicago. And also 7-Eleven steals the idea.
How are the ISIS ones? Are the ISIS ones good?
They're not bad. They're not bad. I had one night in desperation somewhere. They're not bad. I love those apple pies. While my mother was alive, there was conversations about me moving down there because there was a school down there called Loyola, a private military school or some shit. And they had threatened me with that school. And Rodolfo always wanted me closer to him anyway because he always felt guilty about my dad dying. But when I was a kid, they were strict with their kids. And let me tell you something. We used to go to restaurants constantly because they had dough. So the old man would take us to seafood restaurants, and those kids were well-behaved. And I was always well-behaved because my mom took me to restaurants, and she would smack me out if I embarrassed her. But it's so amazing how I look back at the discipline they had, and I look at how they turned out, and it doesn't surprise me. If you came to me tomorrow and said, you know what, Joey, I love doing the podcast with you. I love eating cake and donuts that Becky brings. You know, it's bothering me lately. I'm going to go to law school. I love Paula. I'm Jewish. Let me become an attorney, and I'll become a podcast attorney. You come to me one day and go, let me get the rest of that acid. And you probably eat it by yourself, and rent a hotel room in North Hollywood. Take 2 joints with you, order a pizza, and just sit there for 8 hours. And just think it over. That's what I used to do at that age, guys. I didn't take no ADD pill or Adderalls or no... I didn't take none of that stuff. I took microdot acid to make me focus on whatever I was going through. Let me see him go down there and put up the Gitas, because at the end of the line, this is it. This is it. Gitas, how much you putting up? What are you... I don't know if it's your... And I'm not insulting you. I don't know if it's your generation gap, because my wife is the same way. My wife and I had a discussion the other day in the living room about 4 in the morning. I got up and she came outside. And I said, something, can you imagine? Do you remember that night you drove me to the Martel cartel to get coke? And you didn't really know, but you know. At 4 in the morning, I left you in the car and I was in there for 15 minutes. And she goes, I remember sitting out there thinking, I should just leave this guy now, go home, pack my bags, and leave. But she goes, I didn't know how it was going to play out. I go, look how it did play out. You ended up with a beautiful child. We ended up married. We're happy, you know. So at this point somewhere, you have to believe that there is some type of God out there. Because I'll never forget that night, her waiting outside. And I've never done that to anybody, like. I've never, ever made somebody drive me like that over there. I've usually been the one that's driven. She was just, I was walking out the door to walk there. And she was pulling up. And she goes, where are you going to go? And I go, I got to stop by Dante's. And she goes, okay, I'll give you a ride. And I never forget how bad I felt. But life goes on. See, you never know where your relationship is going to go. That's it. I don't even know why I told you that, Lisa. Yeah. Just don't be scared. Somebody offers you something, if you love them to death and you've known them for 15 years, wait the hell. Fuck them. What is your problem, Lee? 1,000 milligrams. That's how deep you went tonight, Lee Syatt.
Yes, sir.
We're in deep training. Look at me. I'm in deep training, Lee Syatt. My eyeballs are bleeding. That's
mine too.
Where you headed tonight? For the fight? You're not going to a strip club or a Chinese place? Nothing?
Tonight I'm going home to bed.
All right.
Like a gentleman. No, but... It's what I would tell people is honestly do it twice, because like if you can do what I did and like calm, because people are gonna be scared, man. They keep hammering into us how bad drugs are, and that's all we ever hear is don't do drugs, and it's acid and it tastes weird.
When you came to California, Lee, you never thought that you would be doing the acid at your job.
Never.
Okay, Lee? But let me explain something to you, Lee. Sometimes, do you think that when I woke up one day, I aspired to take a hit of acid, or I aspired to do heroin, I aspired to do blow? No, I never aspired. This was a very tiny white line. And I even took some off it just to do a taste, just to make sure, and then I did the other little centimeter of dust. And that was it. It's not like I went and got high the next day. You follow me?
You know what? I tend to like this stuff. I have an addictive personality, so I'm glad I'm scared of that stuff. Like I've only even seen cocaine like once, and it was just for like a second. Like I'm worried. Like if I did that, I'd be doing it. Like
no. It's not. Doesn't fit you. You know, I bust your balls and tell you about heroin. I would never bring heroin around you.
Oh, I know.
I would never bring nothing around you. Number one, that I would never do. I would never bring meth in here. I would never bring blow in here. I wouldn't bring nothing like that in this studio. The worst thing I would bring in here is like a 2,000 milligram star. Which worst case scenario, we go to the hospital. Like whatever that girl's, they give you some tranquilizers and you spend the night in there, you sleep the night. Then Obamacare takes care of the rest, you know what I'm saying? You put it on your arm with Obamacare. What do you want me to pay a month? Sometimes you eat an edible. Right or wrong? That's the worst thing that's going to happen to you. We don't drink in here, really. I'd love to get a few bottles of booze in here, but I know they're just sitting here. They were just sitting here. I'm not going to drink it.
We never drink.
It gives me desires that I don't need to understand. You follow me? That's it. It's July, what is it, 20th already? Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's it. The summer's half gone. So yesterday, I go over to this place, guys. Pretty impressive. You go to Indochino.com, all right? And You click on location, all right? And let's say you're a man, whatever, and you're looking for suits. Let me tell you what happened. So you click on location, and all of a sudden you press in Texas, and let's say you live in an hour out of Houston. You press, all of a sudden it comes out Galleria Mall in Houston, and then it has, do you want to make an appointment? And you click that, and all of a sudden it says, when is the appointment? Blah, 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 blah. You make it, what time? And they said appointment set, and that's it. You go down there, you park, you walk in, and you know me, dog. I'm trying to look for a complaint. I get there, there's parking 10 feet away. I walk in, I tell the lady what my name is. I'm sorry, I'm 3 minutes late. She goes, don't worry about it. Boom, I sit down. She asked me 14 questions, 15 questions. You know me, I don't like questions, but I didn't get pissed off either. And then she asked me to look at the fabric. Then she asked me to look at the mannequins with the suits on and see what I wanted. Whether I wanted 2 buttons, whether I wanted the same color on the back of the collar. Just little things that you never think of. That now you have a choice putting there or not. The design for inside the suit, for the lining. Then for another 5 minutes they take 3 pictures of you. What you look like. I went on looking like Team Bleach with jeans and sneakers. I didn't know. I was in Beverly Hills, people, with white people. Real white people. They take a couple pictures of me. Boom. 25 minutes later, I'm out of there. I get a suit in 5 weeks. You understand me? Again, go to Indochina.com.
Indochino, right?
Indochino.com. What's the promo code?
Church.
CHURCH. And you get any premium suit for $399. You go to blueapron.com. With blueapron.com, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Blue Apron will deliver. Blue Apron knows when you cook with incredible ingredients. Blue Apron is bringing you the best. By Blue Aprons, if you don't want a billy goat sent to your house while they're cooking, you're washing your monkey. Ooh. And from Blue Apron, go ahead, Lee. You gonna say something? No?
It sounds delicious.
Check out this week's menu. Free. And you get free. BlueApron.com/Joey. With Blue Apron, go to BlueApron.com. Go to BlueApron.com right now. OnIt.com. Anyway, stay black. Lee, don't forget about me. The Church of What's Happening Now. Flavor. Lee Syatt, a.k.a. the Flying Jew. What's going on, player?
A.k.a. I don't know. I'm doing good.
Everything all right?
Everything's great, except for you made fun of me because I got roped into going to a bad restaurant again.
And he sits there and takes this abuse. I got a snap after 3 minutes. Like, I'm not going there. I refuse to. I'm my own group. I got an itch on my back that's been killing me for 15 minutes. You understand? There you go. I got like a hair patch. But it's Monday. You got to go out there and deal with it. Like I said, a smile in your heart. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. I saw Lee yesterday. We had some coffee with the baby.
Do you get nervous about swearing? Because I think I swore once. I was like, oh, no. I made it nervous.
I get nervous because one day she's going to pick it up. She is picking it up. It's going into a computer, and every time she takes a nap.
Well, she's doing the talking. Like, you picked up the cell phone, and you started talking, and then she has a baby cell phone, and then she started doing it. She started doing the hand movement. She put it up to her ear. She did the thing, but she just, the only thing missing is the word.
It's a pink little plastic cell phone you buy at a toy store. And whenever my phone rings, she picks up her cell phone. And she puts it to her ear like she's talking to somebody, like, what's going on? I hear you, you know? I hear you! A wanting for life. I look at my daughter when they clap on a TV show, and she gets excited. But to have that virginity to life again, to have that, to be excited about life again as a child, you know, we're going to Wendy's, way, you know what I'm saying? If I tell you you're going to Wendy's now, you're like, all right, I'll eat a double. My stomach is going to be sore. I'm not eating the chili.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you tell them McDonald's, they jump up and down. That's why McDonald's will never close down. Because every day you get millions of customers. Every time a little kid is born, give them 2 years, they're going to have a McNugget in their mouth.
I saw that this weekend, and not to change the subject, but I was watching something, and there were kids commercials, and they're so manipulative. Like, have you noticed that watching the kids shows with your daughter? Like especially like the Chuck E. Cheese and the McDonald's.
You're not around. You that about Coke, that when you went to a movie theater, that Coke would slow down if you slowed down the advertising, Coke would throw subliminal messages in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're thirsty, get up, go
Like
get,
one frame every second or
go
something.
get
Yeah.
popcorn. But it was just, it just felt nice to be around normal people, bro.
Yeah, that must not happen a lot with you. I mean, I'm not saying everywhere you go. It's not like you go to Ralph's and there's a parade for Joey Diaz.
No. I'm not talking about it in this way. This is what I'm talking about.
I'm saying everyone knows who you are.
I'm talking about a sense. We walk in here. I come in here to do a podcast. I sit down with you. A guest comes in. And within 4 minutes, he'll go, "You've been auditioning lately?" Mm-hmm. Or I'll ask him, "You've been auditioning lately?" Yeah. But next thing you know, we're talking shop. Anywhere I go, I'm going to talk shop in my house. When I'm having dinner with my wife. How was your day? Good. Boom. I talk to this guy. You're talking shop.
It happens with every job too. I did that with my TV jobs. Every time on the weekends, and it was funny because we hated the job. But anytime we go together for drinks after work on the weekends, it all go back to that boss we hated, or I can't believe how stupid they are.
So all you want to do is get your mind out of there, so you can still grow personally.
Nope.
What's the problem here, Lee?
I'm perfect.
You good? What are you gonna do today? What do you got on the agenda?
9 o'clock we have a Flying G radio.
Okay, today.
Today, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I spent last night packing up the T-shirt orders. So
okay, and they're gonna go out today.
Going out today.
You gonna take them to the mail department?
I know. I already put the stamps on them and stuff, so I'm just gonna throw them in the box.
And they come over and get them.
They would, but I was going out, so I just figured I'd bring them over because I didn't want to. Like you can't schedule a time. Like it's just they'll come over whenever they come over, so I felt better about putting it in the box.
Okay, so you take it to the post office
or any blue box.
Okay, see what I'm saying? You're learning.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of it.
I mean, I know we have people in different countries, but like I'm sending a shirt to Australia and to Austria.
I had an email from Norway last night. Finland's big in the house. I got some white people in China smoking opium over there. Thank you for...
Do you see what happened to Cleo? Like her husband got in a car accident or something. I think he's okay. But,
come on.
Yeah, but she put that on Twitter. But he's fine. But
I still remember that one time I scored 31 points. I had a little article that said Coco Diaz drilled home. Drilled home. You understand me? Drilled them home. Not like that. Not sexually.
But
very disgusting.
You should give a. Why haven't you given me a trophy? I feel like adults should get trophies.
You're 25 years old. No more trophy.
You
know your trophy is a $100 bill when you go to the Bank of America and you deposit.
How happy would you be if I came in and handed you a trophy of $100 bill? Here you go.
I smash in the head.
No, you wouldn't. You would. Who doesn't like getting a trophy?
I don't want no trophies, all right?
People give them a trophy.
Let's give them a trophy of hummus. What's going on? It's a beautiful day to be alive. You're alive. Thank God. What you're going to do with it, that's your decision. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's going to be 60 degrees here, 70 degrees. I went to the park with my daughter.
What happened to the park?
My daughter was walking on this like plank of death, you know, with that rattles.
Yeah.
And some kid came up behind him and jumped, and she fell down. And the kid stopped to you know, say I'm sorry and stuff. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, listen, I'll kick you in the windpipe next time. I told my wife, she's like, you can't say that, but that's what goes in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
How can it not when you're? I mean, you're like that with people you like, but it's your daughter. How I don't understand how there's not more of that stuff happening.
Oh, and then another little kid jumped, seeing her coming. She's a baby. He saw her coming. He jumped in her way. It's you know, it's just a part of growing up, man. You know, my daughter reacts to it really well. Like she was at the park and somebody came and took her bucket, and she looked him straight in the face. This is my bucket. She pulled it from me. And in my heart, I'm happy. My wife's like, you have to learn to share. Sharing is overrated. Keep that bucket.
When she's like 5 or 6, you two are going to take this town over. Like when she can talk and you can tell her to do things.
Listen, dog, my dream is to build a ninja chick. I'm talking about a monster of a woman. I'm talking about a woman with a heart of gold. And stick her for what she wants. That's what you want from a woman. I don't want a woman that's, you know, can I get you something?
I just love the image of a woman blinking and bringing you water. Like that's just hysterical. But
it makes me feel bad as a man when I see a woman. We started the podcast late this morning. Okay. We came over last night. We're talking. He says, you need water. So this morning, I knew in the back of my mind I had to stop at 7-Eleven. I got to 7-Eleven at 25 to 6.
Okay.
I would have been here at 5:45. And I almost called you to come up with the camera because there was drama.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is where we do the office. It's a dark industrial street, you know. But there's a 7-Eleven on the corner. And 7-Elevens to me, late night now, are scary.
Yeah.
So this morning, it just happened. I pull up to the 7-Eleven. First of all, there's a guy talking to his girlfriend, and there's a cab. They just got out of a cab. And he won't let me pull in because he's talking to his girlfriend. So finally I beep, and the girl moves, but this Donnie Wahlberg looking Marky, he looked like Nate Diaz, the younger one.
Okay.
He stands there. You know me, I'll park around. I pull the car. He looks at me like, bro, you didn't move. Say something. So I get out of the car, and as I'm getting out of the car, she's walking into the 7-Eleven, and he yells off the top of his lungs, where do you go? And I'm talking to you. And I just keep walking. Ooh. And I see her, and she's half Asian, half Spanish. And then a black guy pops up and says, man, I got a little bit of money, but I don't know if we're going to have to walk over there. They were going to get drugs with this broad, and he was down on the drugs, so he wanted more. So she comes in, she's sitting in the back of 7-Eleven. I'm looking for water. Now, in the middle of all this, there's a kid going, Joey Diaz, the church. And I'm like, dog, relax. Joey Diaz, the church. I'm like, dog, relax. Take a look at what's about to go down. He follows me into the hallway, and I'm like, dog, pay attention.
But see, that's the thing. A lot of people wouldn't. If I saw that, I'd probably be a little bit nervous. But for people who haven't been in that situation, they probably just think it's some people arguing.
Well, still, shut your mouth. Don't worry about Joey Diaz or Jesus. Shut your mouth and watch the situation play out. What if this chick says something, this idiot pulls a gun, and you're talking like, Joey Diaz, get it together. Hey, this is what I tell people. So this is all going down. She's at the back of the store. The black guy's telling Marky Wahlberg they can't get drugs. They don't have enough money for the cab. So now they have to walk home. They have to walk to the drug dealer's house.
Jesus.
So you could tell she don't want to go. She's had enough. He's been torturing her or something. They walk out, and he turns around and goes, hey, let's go. And she walks out half meekly, and the cab driver now pulls up, goes, hey, where's my money? And the chick is looking at the cab driver for support, like, get me out of this mess. Mm-hmm. And the cab driver goes, miss, are you getting in the car? Like, to do her a favor. And the guy runs over and grabs her. And that's when people started calling the cops. They don't have a car.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're dead. And they're like, then a guy from 7-Eleven is like, let her go. And right there, that's when bullets could start flying. Let the cops do their job. They'll get them a block away. If you call 911, there ain't nothing going on. So I had to watch all this go down.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean, bro, they took off. They ran a block.
Yeah.
And by the time I pulled to this corner of Cahuenga, the cops were already coming. That's how fast. The cops are in this area. Uncle Joey here, my main little brother, Lee Syatt. First off, we got to open up on an apology. I get a call Monday from Lee Syatt about 4 o'clock that he came over here and the lights wouldn't turn on and air was off. He turned on the computer. Lee confuses me with his jargon. So let me tell you the other side. Sunday, I have a great weekend with the family. I get off the antibiotics. You know me. I'm free and clear. I'm doing some kettlebells. I'm walking the neighborhood. Sunday morning, I go to Jiu-jitsu 12 o'clock class. Great day. I breathe. I get beat up. No different than any other day. Monday, I go, let me go back there. And I had a meeting on Tuesday. And we had episode 400 Monday night. We had Esther Koo, and we had Dice tonight. So we had the weekend planned. Everything's beautiful, ready to go. I go to Jiu-Jitsu at 12, and I stay for the mobility class. It's a little hot here, but I'm not blaming it on the heat. During the mobility class, I feel a little bots. I feel a little bit...
in your stomach or where?
My whole body. Like, you ever doing something and your whole body just feels like it just goes... Zzz, zzz. So you shake it off a little bit. I bring a watermelon protein drink, 29 grams of protein. You mix it with 16 ounces of water.
Okay. Just
to calm me down for a little while, and I drive home. On this particular day, I had drank that already, but Lee, I was thirsty. So I go to the gas station by Alberto's, and I get a water and some horrible tasting Gatorade. Like, I haven't drinking Gatorade in 20 years.
Not all sugar.
So I just get Gatorade because it's a hot day, and that's what people say to do.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Rehydrate yourself, and you have to...
Electrolytes.
First off, if anybody knows anything about anything, you got a Pedialyte.
Right, I've heard of Pedialyte when you get sick.
Yeah, Pedialyte when you get sick, when you have that type of... So, I'm driving home, and all of a sudden my body's tightening up. Lee.
And it's scary when you're driving.
Oh, I'm making a left. I make a right. I get onto Burbank Boulevard. I'm driving home, and I feel that zzz, zzz in my body again. I get home. It feels like death. Now, when I was a young kid, I used to play basketball. Between the humidity and being out there all day, all I would do is drink iced teas from the little dairy thing. Cardboard container, like that milk comes in.
No way.
Like the kids are missing. This is 1975, Lee. That's how iced tea came. There was only maybe 2 brands of iced teas. There was Lipton in a can,
Okay.
which was not bad. Lipton in a can is not bad if you doped it up. Again, you got to take it home, put it over ice, squeeze some lemon, a little teaspoon of real sugar. Bam! You got yourself a nice iced tea. You are getting sleepy. This is the new evolution of the future. I've also had the weirdest situation happen this year. Now, last year, there's a lot of comics that don't like the improv chain. Out of all the people I've had problems with in comedy that didn't like me, one guy I grew a relationship with was the guy that first started me in the Dirty Show in Brea. Well, guess what? That guy rose in the ranks. So me and him started that room together. He taught me how to do marketing for comedy clubs in a lot of ways. He said for me to do a certain thing, and I added my twist to it. And that Brea room became successful. That's how all this started, with Brea. If you really want to get down to it. It was that one time a month in Brea. Building that little first 300 people that would come down and watch Yoshi and watch Martin Moreno and watch Ricky Cruz and watch just Johnny Rock and watch just a bunch of fun guys. We would just have a fun time. Drive to Brea in a rush, smoke dope. We would cut banana bread and put it in the back. You remember that, right?
I think I came right after.
Well,
this
you
bread.
taped the CD there, didn't you?
Yeah. That's where we taped the CD.
Yeah. I mean, that's where it really solidified. So while we were there, he grew. And he grew again. And he grew again. Well, you know what, man? I booked one of his clubs, and I had to cancel because of a movie. Or because of Marin or something. Something happened. I had to cancel. And I went back the next year, and you know what, man? I went up there for terrible, terrible, terrible money. Now, I could have done 2 things. I could have raised my hand and canceled it again, or I could have had my agent call back and renegotiate. I thought about the situation for a minute, and I go, you know what? I agreed to this. I canceled. I profited on the movie. Now I gotta, what's the line you hate from Pink Floyd?
Reap what you sow.
I gotta reap what I sow. So guess what? I went up there, and I did good on stage. I worked as hard as I could. And Saturday, before I got on stage, the manager comes in and he goes, hey man, you got a call in the office. And I went to the office, and it was that guy from Brea. And he goes, hey man, I talked to the club and I looked at the numbers. I'm giving you a bonus because you stood up to your deal. Thank you very much. And I'm going to give you a bonus in all the other clubs for you sticking to your deal. I didn't say a word, Lee. I could have been a scumbag and had him call up and bumped him for what? The extra nickel? The extra $8.50?
And it's so short-sighted. It would have been short-sighted. Like,
you agreed to something, now you got to do it. You were short-sighted, you canceled, you got.
It's always weird when people ask for money. I never want it. That's, it's awkward.
Lee, you live and learn.
Oh no!
The other night, Lee told me he got wings from where?
Pizza Hut.
Now wait a second. No.
Okay, I went to Big Wings once. I don't like Big Wings.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The one I had an experience that was not good. There's no Buffalo Wild Wings that close. You one time, for your honors, for Exhibit A, one time you had Pizza Hut at your daughter's event, I think, and it was delicious.
She's 3. She wanted pizza. When you're 3 and you want pizza, first of all the pizza is so bad in this town that it doesn't matter. The reason why I got Pizza Hut is because on Friday at school, they get Pizza Hut. So when she told me she wanted pizza, I got Pizza Hut. Did I enjoy it? I thought it was garbage.
I didn't see you saying it was garbage.
Well, I can't hurt her feelings and say this pizza sucks.
She doesn't know if you eat all the slices.
She eats the cheese. My point taken, that was the only time I ordered Lee, because there was a 3-year-old that wanted pizza, and I wanted to get her the same pizza they eat at the school.
Well,
I would never,
well, then I'm a 3-year-old at heart.
ever in my wildest imagination, just because of something embedded in me, would I disrespect who I am at any level, at any point in my life. Even when I was doing 8 balls of blow and I had no respect for myself, would I disrespect myself by eating that pizza and letting people know I gave up on society? So you just called down there and got 6 wings, and they
No, I
delivered
got 8 wings, and I picked it up.
8 wings. You went all the way down there for 8 AIDS-infested
I was
skinny
already
wings.
there, and they were good. They were big wings.
I just can't believe that. You have no idea. That you see the workout he posted today, guys? I got to be honest with you guys. Half of you guys that listen to the podcast cannot do that workout he did today. And I know somewhere Lee stopped and breathed heavy.
No.
But I will tell you, a lot of people can't do that. That's what pisses me off about Lee.
It's heavy the whole time.
That at this age, he puts this much work in to go over there and get yourself 8 wings that are not only... I mean, listen, we're all trying to be individuals here in this time of fakeness. You know, if you were watching this... guys, I was trying to explain this to my wife. My wife is a Gentile. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it was a retardation. I don't know if it's because my grandmother was married to a second cousin. I don't know what it is. But when I was a kid, I didn't really care for what society cared about. There was just something weird about the media to me growing up. I didn't like how they'd say things. I didn't like how they'd interview people. I don't know, Lee. I was always a weird kid.
It just didn't add up to you.
You know, as I got older, I didn't like Saturday Night Live. I didn't believe when people come up to me and tell me these things like I'm looking at them like, and I feel like there's a lot of people like that, you know, and just sometimes we all do. When I went through that divorce, that's all I thought about. You know, I was involved with my daughter in the divorce, and my feelings were hurt, so all we had to do was talk for 3 minutes, and I would tell you about my anger, and we're going deep this weekend, you understand me?
But it's actually where we went for our first anniversary.
Now, when you go to these beach places, do you go on computer sites, Expedia and stuff like that, and check it out? I'm just curious. I want to see what you do.
Absolutely, dude. I spent so much time.
Now, what website do you go on when you want to travel?
I went on all of them. I went on Trivago, which I kind of like, except when I went on, like, it said there was a certain deal, and then when you click on it, suddenly it's not available. What I actually did, and this is how we actually got it the first time, and you're going to think I'm a cheap bastard, but it actually worked out. They all have these things like, we're not going to tell you where you're going to stay, but it's this star level. So we did that 2 years ago, and I literally spent like 14 hours one day looking at different things. I told you I wanted to go to Palm Springs, but you're like, that takes 3 hours some days, so I was like, I don't want to drive that long. So, and I decided on Newport.
Listen, who wants to go to the desert? A horse with no name. You live in California. What are you gonna do in the desert? Walk around, get bit by a snake?
But we don't do anything anyway. We just like hanging out.
You just like hanging out and getting room service and watching TV. I ain't mad at you.
So yeah, so that's at like 2 a.m. I think it was actually the night I took acid. Yeah, at 2 a.m. I was just like, I'm just gonna do one of those deals again, and I got it's a beautiful hotel. It's like the Fairmont Newport, and I called up at 2 a.m. high on acid, and I was like, hey man, we're here for our anniversary. Can we get like a nice room? He's like, oh yeah, I see on here you have a such and such room facing the pool area. I was like, can I get it high up? He's like, sure. I called at 2 a.m. high on acid.
So let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
How high do you want to get? What if there's an earthquake? You and Paula got to jump. Like 2 mooks in Mookville. You get the first or the second floor.
You can't get because then there's parties and they're walking around and they're loud people. We don't want to be away from
You're
that.
facing the pool anyway. You're not going to really sleep late, and it's a bungalow beach. You're going to hear people.
No, it's up high. It's good. And then
what if there's an earthquake? You got to jump.
No, I can't live like that Because you know what happened? Today I was driving back from Pasadena, and they have those highway overpasses and underpasses where you're either on like big stilts or you're passing under a highway. And as you're doing it, you're just like, I'm gonna die one day going under one of these because it's just gonna fall off and smush me, or I'm gonna be on top of it and it's gonna fall and I'm gonna crash and fall. So you can't let that fear ruin your life. Get a higher
Again,
room.
what if you're on the 6th floor and there's a fire? You gotta jump. You and Paula. Get the 2nd floor. Cut a deal, will you? You want to be up there. Last week I checked into a hotel. They put me on the 12th floor.
That's a good floor.
I just mad dogged the guy. He goes, "You kidding me? Put me on the 2nd floor. Gonna put me on the 12th floor. There's a fire. I gotta jump out. Listen, 2, 3. You could jump and live. If there's an explosion on the 3rd floor, God forbid, you've been a good soul. You won't blow up. That gives you a chance to wake up, pack up the sleep apnea machine, and take your best jump. You understand me? Jump. Keep your legs light. You'll break both ankles, but you live. The 12th floor, you ain't gonna live, dog. You're gonna go down like a missile. You're gonna have a heart attack in the ear. I know you.
Yeah, but what do you say to the person on the phone? You're like, hey man.
No, listen.
What if there's an earthquake?
I like the 3rd floor.
Like the 3rd floor?
That's right. I feel lucky. I feel more comfortable on the 3rd floor. What would it cost me to put me in the 3rd floor where it's quiet? That's how you work. If there's an emergency, and it's even better if you're closer to the back door. You know why?
You can sneak out.
They smoke dope out there and sneak back into your room, and they blame it on the dude on the 4th floor because you woke up to the 4th floor and smoked a joint. They don't have cameras in those hallways. A lot of times I go to these towns and freeze. What do you think? I'm going to walk around like Johnny Mook? I'm in a nice hotel. I look around. I open up the door. I take an elevator up. I do a bunch of stunts. Sometimes the roof is open.
You cause terror. Someone's like, I don't smoke pot. I promise.
Listen to me, dog. I'll go up to
it's like an AA floor.
I'll go up 3 or 4 floors up, go into the hallway and smoke dope and leave the joint on the pipe for them burning. And then get on the elevator. I'll put like mint in my mouth and take 3 hits of the vapor pen, and I'll get back to the elevator. As long as I get to my room unseen, within 10 minutes the whole hotel will be on the 12th floor. That's how you run. Anybody can smoke reefer when everybody's hip-hop or do. Smoke reefer when you have blood blisters in your throat and you watch them blow up as you're doing bong hits. That's when you're smoking pot.
I don't want to share.
You don't want to what?
Why are your blood blisters in your throat that are exploding? Stop smoking for a few days. What?
No, that was years ago. Not blood blisters. You got those little throat polyps, and they stick on there. When you cough out, they spit out like a little piece of meat behind your tooth. And you take them and you break them up and you sniff them. You never broke up a throat polyp? What's wrong with you? One of those yellow balls of death that comes out of your throat?
I've never lived, I guess.
You'll be smoking up some throat polyps. I don't even know it. TJ Maxx to the fat man section. One time I bought a magician's. One time, I was opening up. I was doing the Sunflower Casino, one of those, and I was opening up for Diane Ford and Dave Attell. And she says, you're emceeing, so you got to wear some type of tuxedo. So they had no tuxedos. I went down to Melrose. I had the small 50. All they had in my size was a guy that was a magician. And decided to quit, so he went down there and dropped off his gear.
A fat magician?
I don't have the tux. I lit it on fire. But I still have the picture of my magician top. Here's where it gets even worse, guys. And guess who's there? Both Dave Attell canceled. And whoever else I was supposed to work with. I was opening up for Tim Allen. How embarrassed was I? Indochino. 100% merino wool suit. This Indochino, Indochino.com. Do me a favor. Go to Indochino.com. Indochino. Go to Indochino.com right now. Onnit came through for me this week. But do me a favor. Onnit's always on top. Onnit never stops. But you know what? Go to Onnit.com. Go to Onnit.com. I love you guys. See you next week. Thank you for the love and support. The Church of What's Happening Now. Sunday, September 11th. Respect. You don't want to know. They'll never let you know. When you ask the reasons why. That's too deep. Turn that thing off. I just saw myself playing basketball in 1977 and shit with skinny legs. What's going on, Lee Syatt?
I never had skinny legs.
What's going on?
What's going on? I had a good week. I went with you to the show. I love going to comedy shows, man. I was thinking about it today. I've been going to comedy shows. I was one of the nerds. My mom, you're going to Gotham in a couple weeks. My mom, when I was 16, 17, took my brother and we went to Gotham. There's something. Even before I knew anything about comedy or knew anything about going, it just, to me, it blows anything out of the water. Sports, you can't really see. If it's a good movie, that's maybe on par. But a good comedy show.
Do you anticipate for laughter?
Oh, I've never wanted a guy to die a slow death. I always go.
Anticipation laughter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it got to a point like John Panette a few years ago. He passed away, or a couple years ago. My whole family and my family's best friend family, all the parents and stuff got along. We watched it. We went on New Year's Eve. I must have been 15, 16. We went and saw John Panette as a family for New Year's Eve.
See, I was more of a music guy at that age. I liked live entertainment, but I liked music, and I liked music at a big scale, but then again, I liked music at a small scale. Bands would rehearse at my mom's bar when I was a kid in the daytime. Spanish bands, whatever. There was one particular band that always rehearsed at my mom's bar in the daytime in the back, from 11 to 12 in the summertime. If you got the syringe, take a chance. I would work with different telemarketing people, and telemarketing people, when an account dries up, they go to different firms. So I was selling cigars, but the company I worked for decided they were just going to open up a cigar store and do the calls from there. They were going to change it all around. There was not going to be an early morning shift anymore. So I said, I got to find something else to sell. So I went and sold venture capital. What is that when you just invest money?
Yeah, VC, venture capital.
Venture capital people, because these people had this idea of a TV show, okay? But the TV show was going to get written by this writer who had written on this other TV show that was successful on Disney for 12 seasons, blah, 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 blah. These are the characters, and this is what the show's about. Not only are we doing that, and this is when I saw it from an outsider's point of view, they were also selling the merchandise rights
to the show.
So they were going to have a guitar, a drums, posters, lights. Right there, I knew it was a disaster, because you're not focusing. They had one page about the storyline and 82 pages about the marketing they were going to do. Right there, I learned that. I learned it right there. Nobody taught it to me. I saw it. I saw how far ahead of the game people get.
Yeah, it's easy to do. It's fun.
And no, it's not fun.
It's not fun when it comes at.
There's a difference. Right now, I'm visualizing my special. That's one thing, but I'm not visualizing in Madison Square Garden, Jay-Z jumping up and down.
No, but it'd be like if you were visualizing the special but not going out this month.
Right. Yeah, no. But when you want to sell those type of things, sometimes people get ahead of themselves. Well, think of the movie rights. And right there I know, because you look worried about money. Right there when you tell me that you're going to get this and get the movie rights, and think of all the hats we could sell at the premiere at $22.50 a hat, right there I know you have nothing. And the people around you are cheerleading that. We used to do with Lee. Dun, 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 dun. All right, cut that right there, Lee. I want you to find Frank Sinatra. I want to be around.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you a little lesson. We're getting the party started, Lee. It's Monday, September 11th, and we're celebrating by doing a special podcast.
Right.
Out of respect. That's the least we could do. I don't want to come on here and have a wine fest or whatever. All I want to do is let them know I acknowledge them. Here you go. There you go. Who should say you like me? These are great. All these need is whipped cream. This is the best flavor I've ever tasted in my life. You know why? Because there's no weed in it. There's no milligrams in it.
50, yeah.
But that chocolate from Chiba Chew is very good.
It is.
I just saw you go like this, 2 times. Listen to Frank Sinatra's version. Uh-oh. Bam, we got 2 more bags of stars here. This turned into a good party tonight, see? You and I always get creative. And if I look, I know there's a hit of acid somewhere in this office. You understand me?
Let's hope not.
Who takes care of you like me, Lee? Nobody. Right now, you'd be at home with Paula somewhere, rubbing your feet, watching bad TV. This is James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. 3 completely different, well, Sinatra and whatever crooners. A black dude that's tremendous, and 2 crooners singing the same song with 2 different twists on it. It just goes to show you can cook spaghetti 50 different ways. You know what I'm saying, Lee?
I feel like Paula made me spaghetti carbonara last night.
What was in it?
It's like the one with a little bit of bacon in it, and then like a little bit of just butter and egg, and she just like...
With an egg yolk?
Yeah.
Or the whole egg?
I don't know. She made it.
And then you put Parmesan cheese?
She made it for me. She learned how to make it in Italy.
Italy. Look at you. She brought back recipes from Italy. It's got to be pasta with an egg, butter, more butter.
No, but we did. She only made one. Like we only had one bowl. We didn't get crazy.
Did you use spray butter?
No. She wouldn't.
For God's sake, I hope you didn't use spray butter. You're getting worse and worse.
She wouldn't. She made it. She wouldn't use spray butter. She thinks the same way.
Good. Does she take and throw it in the garbage?
Nah, she doesn't go to that level yet.
Well, don't ever have me over your house. It's the first time you go to the bathroom, I'll throw that thing out. I went on a tear when I was a kid. I started throwing away people's ashtrays.
Why?
Because I hated them. I hated ashtrays. So when people weren't looking, I'd throw their ashtrays away.
Why didn't you like ashtrays?
My friend George,
okay.
I threw all his ashtrays away when he lived with me in Boulder. I'd ask him if he was crazy. I know what you're talking about. Why would I take your ashtray? I don't smoke pot. I only smoke pot. I smoke it outside.
What do about this time?
Yeah. Like one night, Lee called and we had a 2-hour conversation about a drug network. Like Lee was asking me about my friend who sells coke, and I was telling Lee that I've known these guys in Hollywood. That I've been selling. I've known them since '97. I met them through a white Jewish dude named White Lightning. White Lightning used to sell weed. He used to date a black chick that used to be the same coke dealer, and he didn't know it. He thought they were just friends. And she had a kid, and she was half Jamaican, and he was this Jewish dude that you could just take money from him. At the time, Josh Wolf had an apartment in his building, and he would be very paranoid about hiding his weed in his apartment. So he would hide in the parking garage, and we would steal it once a month. Then when he caught on, he started hiding in some girl's apartment. He'd have 3-4 pounds at a time, because that's what he does. He's a promoter / weed dealer. So if you want to buy the good weed, you got to go to the parties and pay $20 to get in and buy weed. It was a great scam he had going on. What was I talking about?
Stealing Josh Wolf's weed.
So, no, we're talking about a drug thing.
Yeah, the people who you met, your drug dealer in Hollywood.
So I met this kid, and I went over there a few times. The coke was good. You know, at this time, I didn't want to go to the store and buy it all the time. You know, when you're a junkie, you got to have a couple different outlets. Nobody catches on to what you're doing. So I had El Compadre. I had the Comedy Store, and I met this guy, and he goes, he could get good coke, so he introduced me to this kid, and I would go over there. It was walking distance from my house, which is perfect in Hollywood, and I would walk over there and buy coke from him. It was him and a white dude at the time. And I would go over there and say hello, and they were playing those games. They would play those stupid video games at the court. Then I went over there one time, and they had stitches. They got robbed. They told me they didn't have a gun. I go, what type of drug dealers don't have guns? So I went and got him a piece.
How nice of you.
Yeah, and then we became friends ever since. And then I started going over there. But you were asking me their existence, how he still is in business. That was a conversation we had this night.
Yeah, how he could survive and not go to jail. Like how he could survive and make a living.
At this time, right now, I talk to him once a month.
Okay.
And I know what type of action he does. I know how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how he moves. He's got kids, and he's very careful.
Okay.
He's ultra careful. Even years ago, very careful. Very careful.
All right.
He controlled everything from A to Z. Do you follow me?
In his whole life, or just hit like
this operation he had. He would pick up at a certain place an hour away from here. But there's no days off. And people don't understand that. And when you have to stick to that program, like there's always something to do. What we always talk about. There's always something to do. Don't tell me there's something to do. You know what? Get up, change the light bulbs. Put that one over there and put that one over there. There's something to do. That Led Zeppelin thing got dust on it. There's always something to do. I said to you, take the other perspective. We were always talking about an ad salesperson.
Right.
I said, start making calls. How much success did you have? Tremendous.
0.
No, you did great.
Oh, well, before.
Well, no. We had the reefer with the pin. They didn't want to lift the rock. You had the reefer people with the license and the.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
like
no. You started getting a couple, and now you realize that you come in here on Sundays sometimes, and you come in, and you know what? This is a 6-day-a-week job for you.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? If you open up this podcast business, sorry, Charlie. This is a 7-day-a-week job. And if there's a leak on Friday night and you're in the movies with Paula, jumping up and down, watching one of those bad movies, guess what? You got to show up at that leak.
Oh, I know. It's to be quite honest, I'm not tired, but like it's like we were talking about. Did I think if Paula was ready? This is more work. And it's just it's the hours are weird. It's not that I don't enjoy it and love it and I'm pushing through it, but it's a grind. It's at certain points.
The podcast.
Not just the podcast, but then driving down to meet to do podcasts in Pasadena or in Beverly Hills or something like that, or sending emails, and it's. Like you just said earlier today that you're busy. You said you've been busy for years, so you're getting busier. Like it's just getting. I'm at a different point of being busy, and I'm like still getting used to it.
Well, you're learning all the possibilities that we could do with the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
So right now you're exploring a lot of them where I don't have the time to explore a lot of them. On the other situation, and I gotta tell you something. I'm just as busy as I am with stand-up. Do me a favor. Go to Onnit.com right now. Whether you're a hiker, a jiu-jitsu guy, a weightlifter, a kettlebell lifter, Onnit has something for you to optimize your workout and your life. Do me a favor. Go to Onnit.com right now. I'd like to thank you guys for listening. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for the love.
Nothing.
Johnny's smooth
What's
over
your
there,
story?
looking
Oh,
good.
listen.
Looking good. You got a new hairdo, LaRue. Look at you.
I gotta do like every 3 weeks.
Sure. You get hair on your neck. You got to go to an old school barber with the
Love
razor.
that. I don't know if it's a Jewish thing or I don't know, but
You have caveman.
anyone who goes bald, it's everywhere but the top of my head.
Find hair on the pillow.
Yeah, but
hair
you're
on
supposed to. You're 50 something.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
But it's my whole family. The worst is the back hair. I got a thing to shave the back hair.
Dollar Shave Club. You got to put something together. You got to give them a call. Say, look.
They got to do something because with the wood razor when they used to do with that, it can't go all the way down
Well,
the
you got to
back.
get the stick. You got to get
A
the stick
stick?
with the hand on. You ever see that scratching hand? They have a hand with a stick on it. And you scratch your back with the stick. And work it from the back. If you're a little too fat, you're mathematically inclined. You can't wipe your muffler. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I hate when I go to buy something at any business and there's somebody behind the counter who doesn't understand the language. It bothers me a little bit. But I don't get mad at them. They just come to America. They're looking to strive. I get mad at the people that hire them because these are the people that are going to be talking to your customers. So if people are going to come in here and they do not understand what you're talking about. Number two, if you're going to hire somebody, make them knowledgeable of the foods and how they're served and how they're prepared. You know, a lot of people look at businesses as investments. I talked about this with the Northridge Dairy Queen. I went up to me and my wife moved to the Valley 4 or 5 years ago before Mercy was even a thought. And one night we're on a date night and we go, let's go to Dairy Queen. And we both got Dairy Queen and it was horrific.
Really?
And we looked at the people who owned it and absolutely they were from another country. I'm not going to be racially insensitive here. It doesn't matter. My point is that they were somewhere else and they didn't know a Dairy Queen was. They bought a Dairy Queen because of an investment. So when we went in there and we were looking for a Slurpee, whatever, they're like, we don't know what that is. You know those grape Mr. Misties? with the vanilla ice cream. And I always liked that, even though, and I got upset, and I see it sometimes. Me and my wife go to get spaghetti in Burbank. And last time we went in there, I had to say something to my wife. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know how to serve spaghetti. Nobody's ever taught them how to serve it. So you got to tell them, Terry. So I'm sitting there the other day, and I'm in the East Coast now, because we don't have this here. I do not have this freedom and this honesty in Los Angeles and anything that you do. I'm in the entertainment business. So the people I deal with can't make eye contact. They won't return your calls. They rather not return a call than give you a no. That is the weirdest thing that I've ever encountered. If I go in and do something for you, instead of you going, Joey, you were not right for the part, they'll avoid contact. Yeah. They'll avoid with everything all together. So maybe somewhere down the line, they'll bump into you with a job. And it's just creepy human being. Humans don't treat each other like this. So the other day, I'm in this food court in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale at the Hard Rock. And nothing looks good. And I look over and I see this little Jewish guy, probably like Lee's dad, like that age.
That's all.
Maybe a little
that's
older.
All South Florida
That's all
is.
South Florida is. He's got sandals on. He's got no yarmulke. I could tell when I saw him, this is my man right here.
So how often does this happen that you see some guy and you're like, I gotta stay here?
I just know. I just have a feeling. I feel other people that are like me sometimes. Yeah. So I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, oh. And he goes, excuse me, do you work here, sir? He tells his kid. And I don't know what nationality this kid is. I know he's not American. He's not Spanish. He's not Brazilian. He's something else. I don't know. And he goes to the kid, excuse me, do you work here? And he's kind of nice, the guy. He's opening up very nice. Hi, how are you? He goes, you work here, kid? Yeah. He goes, listen, I need a nice sandwich, all right? He goes, I want this on this with a little bit of this. And he goes, and on top of that, I want some liver. Right? Just like that. I want some liver. And the guy goes, huh? He goes, I want liver. Liver. You know liver. You got liver? It's around here somewhere. He can't find it, the guy. He's like, liver. Liver. You know liver. And the guy's like, liver? Liver. And I'm standing right there. And I'm about to, and the guy looks at me like, and he looks back at the guy and he goes, liver. Liver. You put it on a sandwich. You know, liver. You don't know what liver is? And the guy's like, liver? Like he keeps saying it. I do not know. Liver. And the guy's trying to keep it together. And I can see his face getting red. He's like 5'2". He's like, liver. I told you liver. Who hired you? What the? And all of a sudden, in the middle of his rage, he goes, where's your manager? He turns, and the door swings open. Like, you couldn't write this. The door swings open, and the guy comes out with a dot. And he looks at him, and he goes, liver. I want liver on my sandwich. And the guy's like, liver. And he goes like, you don't know either. And as he pulls away, he looks at me. We make eye contact, and he goes, tell me about it. I said to him, tell me about it. Finally, somebody thinks like me. I go, tell me about it. Make me stab you on a Monday morning. I gotta be in county jail by lunchtime. What? Put yourself in that predicament.
Well, next time I won't, because...
No. 4 hours away from the hotel room.
No, but we stayed for the week. We had a good time otherwise. We had a good time doing
I saw you eating spare ribs.
Those are good.
What was the name of the Chinese place?
Noodles in
Noodles.
Bellagio.
And where'd you stay at?
Trump.
And how was it?
Good. Was
it packed Las Vegas?
No, not Thursday.
Yeah, like I said. And then Friday's even slower. Saturday's the big night in Vegas.
Yeah. Fridays were a little bit busy.
Really? Was busy this time?
A little bit. Saturday was definitely busier.
And what night was the show?
Friday.
Okay, so and then what'd you do Saturday?
We gambled. We did what I wanted to do, and I ended up winning. So they have a game called Blackjack Switch, where you have to play two hands, but you can switch cards around. That's how you win. That was fun. I don't know. It was something.
You love to gamble. I love you.
Oh, I love gambling.
I love you. I love it. I love it that I would never get that from you.
Oh, I love it. And she got pissed off at me because I was up. Okay, I was up $295 when I left. I wanted to get that $5 extra, and I ended up losing $80 because I wanted to get that $5 extra. But I still ended up like $300 or $400 for the weekend.
Lee, you didn't eat the other gumi yet.
No, I'm already feeling this one.
No, but it's 5 milligrams. What? No, one more. Let's do one more. Yes, it is. One more.
I did
one more.
Are you disappointed you didn't get the call for Letterman?
Oh yeah, I was sat at home. Let's do one more out of respect. It's Monday. Let's do it for your IRS. One more.
Come on, dude. Good. I'm glad you did.
You ate one. Eat two. 10 milligrams. I'm asking you to eat 10.
Can I eat half of the second?
No, one whole one. This is what girls eat. The body of Christ compels you.
And you gave me the Christmas pack too, a red and a green one.
That's good. It's Christmas. You want a purple one?
No.
I'll trade you a purple one for a red one.
These have to be 20 milligrams
No,
each.
they're not. Yeah, the body of Christ compels you. Worried about it's 5 milligrams. That's what it's all about. You got sugar in there to kick up your diabetes. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, sugar. Trust me, people love seeing you sweating.
Oh, of course they.
And I'm still
You
getting
love
tweets that you were sensational in Tempe. Lee was tremendous in Tempe. He was sweating. His face was red.
Oh, God, yeah.
He kept saying, "Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God."
Oh, thank God you didn't go to Tempe this week.
Wow.
Because I would have had to drive through Coachella. Can I at least get some credit for not jumping up and down and going to Coachella? I went to Vegas. I went to one concert. At least I'm not going to 2 weekends of jumping up and down. I deserve a little bit of credit.
You get little guts.
You son.
Going to some girl concert. You should have duped her a yard, let her go to the concert, and you could have gone and played blackjack by yourself. That's what a smart operator would do.
I can't leave her alone. I can't
Well,
leave her
she's a
alone.
grown woman. She's playing the piano barefoot. You got to sit there and make believe you're having a good time. Oh, this is great. Would you tell me the truth? Would you much rather be playing blackjack than sitting there?
I'd always rather be playing
All right,
blackjack.
stop lying to these people at home. This is what the show's about.
This is strong. Feels nice though.
I'm gonna eat another one too.
No, leave me alone.
You only ate 2 of them. That's 10 milligrams. The whole bag is 20.
I don't think so.
It says it right on the thing. Look at it. The whole thing. We're gonna eat another. Total product: cherry canna cube, black dog, THC 19.8590.
Per each one, right?
No,
I don't know. I'm already feeling it. There's no way.
What feeling it? They're 5. Get another one. Let's go. You got a red one. Let's eat a green one. Let's make it Christmas. Let's go. We got one.
I already had a red and a green one.
So let's have another purple one.
I'm all right.
You want a purple one?
No, thank you.
And I'll eat a red one.
No,
Lee,
you can have a red one.
Lee, do it for Jerusalem. When was the last time you did something for Jerusalem?
Never.
Where's the Jew flag that was supposed to be on the wall?
It's at my house.
We're
Moving out. I don't know.
We're moving out because you didn't have the Jew flag. If they would have saw the Jew flag, you gotta get it together. You slip.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, they only put 1 blue package in your room or 2 pink packages for every cup of coffee. So every time I drink coffee, like I like to drink coffee in the morning when I wake up. 1 cup when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? Just 1 cup. I don't know how people drink coffee all day. And that night before I do comedy, or sometimes before I go to bed at night, I'll get a cup of coffee and smoke a joint, smoke like a vapor. And I love that. And write 2 or 3 21st, Monday, the day the devil was thrown into some river somewhere off the coast of New York City. We're talking about here. Late night, Church of What's Happening Now, Monday, April 21st. Where's Tony Bennett? You're slipping. This is what I'm talking about. Where is it?
It's coming. Hold on.
It's coming. I'm sorry we came up late today, the audio, but I'm not sorry. Monday is Monday. We got till midnight to put this together. I'm still going to fire you up. You're still going to go out there on Tuesday. It's the church with the Jew. Ow. Where's the water? Talk about their moms and tight with them. I get pissed off at them because I don't have a mom. You only get 1 shot of being a good son. And I failed at that, God knows how she's looking at me from up there, whether she's in her hell or purgatory.
I don't think you failed at that.
And, I didn't go to, I didn't do what her dreams were, well, whatever. But if my mother wouldn't have passed away, I would have been a different human being altogether. I don't think I would have been doing what I'm doing now. For me to become what I'm doing now, we talk about all the time about our mutual friend. We have a mutual friend that will not quit his job. Mm-hmm. And he's lived in this town for 15 years, and he's had very minimal success. And the guy's talented, but I'm telling you, it's because he hasn't quit his job. Because he doesn't have the fire. So whenever he goes into those auditions, his mind doesn't take the mile because they're comfortable. And he's never going to move forward until he quits that job. Never. It's going to be, he's never going to book nothing. When he goes in there and that hunger is shown, it shows for a reason, man. And people buy it. Like if you're selling something and people see you're desperate, they smell it on you.
Yeah.
But when you're an actor or you're a comic or that desperation becomes motivation. Do you follow what I'm saying? That desperation becomes motivation. That's what the problem is with people. Everybody wants to relax. Everybody wants to go on vacation. Everybody thinks they have a vacation coming to them. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I have friends that go away in Jersey every 8 months. Like they think they have a vacation coming to them. Then you talk to them and they tell you how rough life is. Yeah, but we're saving money because it's tight right now. He got his overtime cut. Then what are you doing in Bali?
Yeah.
I don't understand prioritizing in life, So, what are we talking about, Lee? When did you get me
It's
started?
just,
You get me over here all high. Give me some love. Love is the word of the day. It's over, Lee Syatt. Wednesday, April 23rd.
It's 4:20. Oh my God.
Get up, drink your coffee, stretch your back out, stretch your hands, your feet.
Where were you? I think maybe you were in Tennessee, and it was last year. Because when I went to Tempe, it was an older one where you couldn't do the temperature, but it's like high cool, low cool.
Right.
And I turned it to high cool out, and I woke up shivering.
Oh, yeah.
But you did it. You did it once, I think, at your wife's family, and he started peeing on the floor from the bed. I don't know. I think he said it on stage like once. Like he started like peeing around the room from the bed.
When it gets cold in there, I don't want to get up. I love being. The only way I can sleep is freezing.
Yeah.
I like putting the blanket over my head with that sleep apnea tube flowing out.
Over your head?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that freaks me out. I can't do that.
I put the blanket over my head, and how I breathe is with the sleep apnea tube. That's why I like it freezing. I want to.
Do you put your foot out?
Not even close. Everything stays underneath.
Oh, I have to have my foot. I have at least have one foot out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to bring hummus to the new office.
You're not bringing hummus to the new office because I don't even want hummus. That's a no hummus zone.
You know where I heard they have good hummus?
Where?
Austin, Texas.
They kill people who eat hummus
on site.
Go to Houston or Dallas, they'll kill you. What are you talking about?
Not really.
Why? What do you do? You leave here at 8:30. You got till 10 o'clock tonight to do something. Well, how long do you think it's going to take you to take a walk, call it? You're done by lunchtime.
No.
Yeah.
No, I got a lot of shit to do.
What do you got to do?
We're looking at offices. I got to call these 8,000
We're not
people.
looking at all. I'm going to go look at one more office. That's it. You got to go for a walk. What else? Put the priorities.
Okay, well, I'm going for a walk.
Right.
Calling insurance and the cops.
Right, the cops.
I have to call the police I'm looking at tonight.
Right.
Yeah. And I have Josh Wolf at 7.
That's 12. You got 7 hours to kill. You got 7 hours to sit
while
there.
I'm moving, I don't want to leave these people hanging.
You're not going to move. It's only take you one day to move.
One day?
You got 2 hours in your day to move. Don't ever shut nothing down. You're in operation. Do businesses shut down because they're going to move? No.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. You just can't stop because you're moving. You think you got this busy day, but most of your day you're sitting on that bed on the computer. I know this.
Well, yeah, but that's
that those days are done with. This is all part of the new league. You give yourself a lot of time to relax, Lee. A lot of time to relax. It's too much.
Well, it's not relaxing.
You're single. You don't see your girlfriend in the daytime. You don't have a cat. You don't have a dog. You got nothing. You got to get on it. That's it with stories. No more in bed throwing M&Ms up in the air and eating them like that. I know you. You're going to keep selling shirts. You got to keep moving forward. You're going to fill your days from now on. You're 25 years old.
I'm not. I have
at 25, I didn't even have a house. I didn't even watch TV at 25. I didn't even know what baseball was. I don't know when the Twinkies. Somebody told me the Twins won the World Series. There's no more TV in your life. Do the computer and what you got to work. It's over. What's happening now? Where you, the priest, you understand what's going on, Lisa? Syatt?
You got me all fired up this morning. That's
right. What are you pressing buttons for?
Well, mind you, what's the questions? That's my whole thing. I press buttons.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to find the last 2 minutes of Dogs by Pink Floyd. That's the anthem of the day today. So, you get... what are you confusing me for?
Well, when I look at the screen, I should be looking at you.
$1, $6, and $9. Plus, they got one white Charlie's. EscapePod.tank. They've been with me for 3 months. EscapePodTank.com.
How many times are you supposed to shower a day?
3.
No.
Yes.
3.
3.
That's a lot of showers.
What are you going to do? You want to be clean. You ever smell somebody, bro?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you want to smell like that?
No.
Then you got to be washed.
3 showers.
3 showers. You're a chubby dude. You release odors like me.
Yeah.
You ever smell your shirts at the end of the day? It smell like cheeseburgers. And you think that's because because it comes out of our system. You don't want to work out every day. So when you sweat, top sweat, what do you think that smells like? Onions and that hummus. Where do you think that goes?
I don't know. Comes out in the sweat?
Comes out of your sweat.
Oh, wow.
And it goes into your clothes. Now, you go take that shirt off, put it down, and then you sit there and go, I didn't do nothing yesterday. I'm going to put that back on.
Oh, no.
You know what that shirt smells like after that? And then you try to tighten. You ever smell somebody with sweat on their shirt and they put cologne on top of the sweat?
No, that's right.
We have friends that do that. I don't want them around when they do that. You got to wash. You don't want no problems? Take 3 showers a day.
You know, how much time to wash 3 times a day?
You got to make time. This life is about making time if you want to get forward. You got to make time to work out. You got to make time. You know what? I hate drinking those protein shakes. But today, on the way back, I got to stop at the protein store and get protein powder. But I have to do it. These are the things you have to do in your life. You have to work on it.
That's true.
Godliness is next to cleanliness. Did you find dogs from